God says, "Listen closely, my beloved soul, because this moment is not about confusion, it is not about loss, and it is not about something being taken away from you, it is about change, a quiet shift that is happening within your love story, something that may feel unfamiliar at first, but is not here to hurt you, it is here to guide you into a deeper understanding of love, of yourself, and of what truly aligns with your heart." There are times in life when relationships evolve, when feelings transform, when dynamics change in ways you did not expect, and in those moments, your mind may try to question everything, asking what is happening, why it is happening, and what it means for your future. But God says that not every change is meant to break something, some changes are meant to grow something into a stronger and more meaningful form. You may have felt a shift recently, a difference in energy, a change in communication, or a new awareness about your connection with someone, and even if you cannot fully explain it, you can sense that something is not exactly the same as before. This feeling is not something to fear, it is something to understand, because it is showing you that your love story is moving into a new phase, one that requires awareness, patience, and trust instead of overthinking and doubt. Love is not static, it is not meant to remain the same forever, it grows, it changes, and it reveals new layers over time, and each phase brings its own lessons and its own clarity. There were moments when everything felt simple, when emotions flowed naturally, and when you did not question what you felt, but as time moves forward, deeper layers begin to appear, layers that ask you to understand more, to communicate more, and to become more aware of what you truly want and need. God says that this is where real growth begins, not in the easy moments, but in the moments where you are asked to reflect, to understand, and to stay calm even when things feel uncertain. My beloved soul, there is also something within you that is becoming clearer, something about your own feelings, your own boundaries, and your own understanding of love, and this clarity is important because it allows you to see your situation without confusion. You are beginning to recognize what feels right, what feels balanced, and what aligns with your inner peace, and this awareness is guiding you, even if you do not fully trust it yet. You may feel the urge to hold on tightly, to control the situation, or to search for immediate answers, but God says that love cannot grow in a space of pressure, it grows in a space of trust, of patience, and of openness. When you allow things to unfold naturally, when you give space for understanding instead of forcing clarity, you begin to see what is truly meant for you and what is not. There is no need to assume the worst, there is no need to fear change, because what is unfolding is not here to take something away from you, it is here to reveal something, something that will help you understand your path more clearly. Sometimes what feels like uncertainty is actually a transition, a movement from one phase to another, and while transitions can feel uncomfortable, they often lead to something that is more aligned with who you are becoming. God says that this is your moment to stay calm, to stay aware, and to trust what you are feeling without letting your thoughts overwhelm you. You do not need to figure everything out right now, you do not need to rush decisions, and you do not need to control the outcome. What you need is presence, patience, and trust in the process that is unfolding in your life. So, take a breath, my beloved soul, and allow yourself to observe instead of react, to feel instead of overthink, and to trust instead of fear. What is changing in your love story is not something to resist, it is something to understand, and as you continue to stay open and aware, you will begin to see how this change is guiding you towards something deeper, something more clear, and something that truly aligns with your heart. God says, "Stay calm and listen with your heart, my beloved soul, because what you are experiencing right now is not confusion, it is clarity slowly making its way into your life. It is the kind of clarity that does not arrive all at once but reveals itself step by step as you become more aware of your own feelings, your own needs, and the true nature of the connection you are part of." You may have been trying to understand every small detail, every shift in behavior, every change in communication, and in doing so your mind may have become overwhelmed, creating questions that do not have immediate answers. But God says that not everything needs to be analyzed deeply. Sometimes understanding comes when you allow yourself to step back and observe without pressure. There is a reason this change is happening now, a reason you are becoming more aware, and a reason you are being guided to reflect instead of react, because this phase of your love story is not about holding on blindly, it is about seeing clearly. It is about understanding what truly connects you and what may have been built on assumptions or expectations. Love is not only about emotions, it is also about awareness, about growth, and about recognizing what feels balanced and what does not, and this is what you are being shown now in a quiet and gradual way. You may feel moments of uncertainty, moments where you question what the other person feels, moments where you wonder if things are changing in a way you cannot control, and these thoughts can create a sense of unease, but God says that uncertainty is not always a sign of something going wrong. Sometimes it is a sign that something is being revealed, something that you need to see in order to move forward with clarity instead of confusion. When you stop trying to force answers and start allowing them to come naturally, you begin to understand things in a deeper and more peaceful way. My beloved soul, there is also something important happening within you. You are becoming more honest with yourself, more aware of what you truly feel, and more connected to your own inner voice, and this is not something small. This is a powerful shift because it allows you to move away from doubt and towards understanding. You are beginning to notice what brings you peace and what creates imbalance, what feels genuine and what feels uncertain, and this awareness is guiding you even if you are not fully confident in it yet. You may have been holding on to certain expectations, certain ideas about how things should be, and when reality begins to shift away from those expectations, it can feel uncomfortable, it can feel confusing. But God says that sometimes expectations need to change so that you can see the truth more clearly. What is real will remain steady, what is aligned will feel natural, and what is not meant for you will slowly reveal itself without the need for force. There is no need to rush into conclusions, no need to make sudden decisions, and no need to let your thoughts create unnecessary pressure, because this moment is not asking you to act quickly. It is asking you to understand deeply. When you give yourself time, when you allow yourself to observe without reacting immediately, you create space for clarity to appear, and that clarity will guide you in a way that feels calm and certain rather than rushed and uncertain. God says that this is also a moment of growth for you, a moment where you are learning how to stay grounded even when emotions are involved, how to trust your own understanding, and how to remain calm instead of becoming overwhelmed by every thought that comes into your mind. This growth is not only about your relationship, it is about you, about who you are becoming, and about how you are learning to navigate your life with more awareness and balance. So remain patient, my beloved soul, remain open, and allow this chapter to unfold without resistance, because what is changing is not here to take something away from you, it is here to show you something that will help you move forward with a clearer heart, a calmer mind, and a deeper understanding of what love truly means for you. God says, "Listen gently, my beloved soul, because as this chapter continues to unfold, something within you is becoming more clear than ever before, not in a rushed or overwhelming way, but in a calm and steady way that is helping you see your love story with deeper understanding and honesty. You are no longer looking at things only through emotions, you are beginning to see with awareness, with reflection, and with a sense of inner clarity that was not as strong before, and this is important because it allows you to understand what is truly happening without getting lost in overthinking or unnecessary doubt. There were moments when you felt certain, when everything seemed to make sense, when you did not question what you felt or what the connection meant, but as time moves forward, new layers begin to appear, layers that ask you to look deeper, to understand more, and to recognize what is real and what may have been built on assumptions or expectations. God says that this is not something to fear, it is a natural part of growth, because love that is meant to last does not remain surface level, it evolves, it deepens, and it reveals truth over time. You may have started to notice patterns, small details in behavior, communication, or energy that you did not fully pay attention to before, and now these details are becoming more visible to you, not to create confusion, but to bring awareness. Awareness is not here to hurt you, it is here to guide you, it is here to help you see things clearly so that you can move forward with understanding instead of uncertainty. When you begin to see things as they are, without trying to change or control them, you create a space where truth can exist without resistance. My beloved soul, there is also a shift happening in how you feel about yourself within this connection. You are beginning to understand your own value more deeply, you are starting to recognize what you truly deserve, and you are becoming more aware of what brings you peace and what does not. This awareness is not something external, it is something that is growing within you, something that is helping you stand more firmly in your own understanding without needing constant reassurance from others. You may feel moments where you want clear answers immediately, where you want everything to make sense right now, but God says that clarity does not come through pressure, it comes through patience. When you allow things to unfold without forcing them, when you give space for situations to reveal themselves naturally, you begin to see things in a way that is more accurate and more aligned with reality. Rushing only creates confusion, but patience creates understanding. There is also a deeper lesson within this moment, and it is about trust, not just trust in the other person, but trust in yourself, trust in your ability to understand, to feel, and to recognize what is right for you. You are learning to rely on your own awareness instead of constantly seeking validation, and this is what gives you strength, this is what allows you to move forward with confidence instead of hesitation. God says that this chapter is not here to confuse you, it is here to reveal something important, something that will help you grow not only in love but also within yourself. You are being guided to become more aware, more balanced, and more connected with your own truth, and as you continue to stay present and patient, everything that feels unclear now will begin to make sense in its own time. So remain calm, my beloved soul, remain open, and allow this process to continue without resistance, because what is unfolding is not something to fear, it is something to understand, something that is leading you towards clarity, towards growth, and towards a love that aligns with who you truly are becoming. God says, listen with a calm heart, my beloved soul, because now you are reaching a place of understanding where everything that once felt confusing is beginning to settle into clarity, not because every answer has suddenly appeared, but because you have changed the way you see, the way you feel, and the way you respond to what is unfolding in your love story. This is not about something ending or something being taken away. It is about alignment, it is about truth becoming visible, and it is about you stepping into a version of yourself that understands love with more depth, more awareness, and more peace than before. You are no longer the same person who reacted quickly out of emotion or overthought every small detail. You are becoming someone who observes, reflects, and understands before responding, and this shift is powerful because it changes everything about how you experience love. There is a quiet strength within you now, a strength that does not come from holding on tightly or trying to control what is happening, but from allowing things to unfold while staying connected to your own inner peace. You are beginning to realize that love does not need to feel heavy to be real, it does not need to create confusion to be meaningful, and it does not need to be forced to exist. What is real will feel steady, what is aligned will feel natural, and what is meant for you will not require you to lose yourself in order to hold on to it. You may have noticed that your thoughts are becoming clearer, that your emotions are becoming more balanced, and that your reactions are no longer driven by fear or doubt in the same way they once were, and God says that this is the result of your growth, this is the result of your willingness to stay present, to reflect, and to understand instead of reacting without awareness. This is not something small, this is a transformation in the way you experience your own life, and it will continue to guide you not only in this chapter of your love story but in everything that comes next. My beloved soul, there is also a sense of acceptance growing within you, an understanding that not everything needs to happen according to your expectations, and that sometimes what unfolds naturally is better than what you try to control. This acceptance is not about giving up, it is about allowing truth to reveal itself without resistance, it is about trusting that what is meant to stay will remain, and what is not aligned will gently move away without the need for struggle. You are learning to trust yourself more, to listen to your own inner voice, and to recognize what feels right for you without needing constant confirmation from outside. This trust is what gives you peace, this trust is what allows you to move forward without fear, and this trust is what helps you understand that your love story is not something that needs to be forced, it is something that unfolds naturally when you are aligned with yourself. God says that this moment is not about rushing into decisions, it is not about making immediate conclusions, it is about standing in your awareness, about observing with clarity, and about allowing everything to reveal itself in its own time. You are not behind, you are not lost, and you are not missing anything, you are exactly where you need to be in this moment, learning what you need to learn and becoming who you are meant to become. There is a calm confidence within you now, a quiet understanding that no matter what direction this chapter takes, you will be okay, you will remain grounded, and you will continue to move forward with strength and clarity. This confidence does not come from knowing the outcome, it comes from trusting yourself, trusting your growth, and trusting that you are capable of handling whatever comes next. So take a deep breath, my beloved soul, and allow yourself to feel this sense of peace, this sense of clarity, and this sense of trust within you, because what is unfolding in your love story is not something to fear, it is something to understand, something to learn from, and something that is guiding you towards a deeper and more meaningful experience of love. If this message resonated with your heart, take a moment and comment, "I trust my heart," not for anyone else, but as a reminder to yourself that you are strong, aware, and ready for whatever unfolds next. And if you feel someone else might need this message, share it with them, because sometimes the right words can bring clarity to a heart that has been searching for answers.